Hello everybody, you here, and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker HD. In the previous video, we went under the sea to explore a mysterious kingdom. Maybe we'll find out what that place is later in the game. Maybe. But anyway, in today's video, you can see that... Ooh, there's a Miiverse bottle. I can get later. There's a Tower of the Gods off in the distance, and we're heading over towards Windfall Island. Why? Well, if you look at the gamepad map, you can see off in the distance is the Forsaken Fortress. That's where we're going to be going towards today. So while we go over there, there are a couple things I'd like to say about this. We can revisit any of the dungeons that we've already previously explored. Hence the reason how I was able to get the Tingle statues in a couple of videos back. But the Forsaken Fortress is pretty unique for this, because going there the second time, there's actually stuff there now that we couldn't have done before. You could think of it as something along the lines of the Skyview Temple in The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, where you went there early in the game, and then you had to go back there later when you had to go save the water dragon. So like, it's pretty interesting, and that hasn't really been done a whole lot in the Zelda series. And I just really like the idea of going back to a dungeon that we've seen previously and having more stuff there that we can do now, that we have more items that we couldn't have done before. But anyway, I'll meet you guys over at the Forsaken Fortress, so yay, editing! Alright, now we're at the Forsaken Fortress. Dun dun dun! If we go into the spotlight down... Oh, okay, the rock was in the way. But if we go into the spotlight, they will fire cannons at us and stuff like that. So, it's even though now we won't get imprisoned if they do catch us in spotlight, even though they do, they will imprison Link. Even though they don't imprison Link anymore, they will still fire cannons at us. And this is true for going into the dungeon as well. But we'll get into that when we get in there. The map face is right there if you still haven't checked this place off on your map, but at this point you probably should have already done that. Now, let's take out the cannon and fire it at the door. Yay, slow down on a Wii U game. Except not yay, because that's not fun. Oh, I did not tell you to get out of the boat. Get back on the boat. Okay, watch out for the cannons because, well, obviously they can still do damage, even though you're on a boat and stuff like that. What I heard is that on the GameCube version, if you took damage from like anything, it would come out of the boat, but that's no longer the case for the Wii U version. Alright, so now we're back on the Forsaken Fortress. As I'm going to demonstrate, as I said a moment ago, if you go inside the searchlight, you'll no longer get captured by these enemies. However, now, well, it took you long enough to... Well, I guess I guess the thing happens after we go through this area. Anywho, this is the Phantom Ganon. We saw something similar to this in the previous Zelda game with Ocarina of Time. Using a button attack right there will not do anything because he's a phantom and we can't exactly do anything against him. But what you can do is that you can attack your sword at the magical ball of magicalness, and you can play ping pong. Yay! It's so exciting! I've always loved this in a Zelda game, using the sword to hit a magical barrier ball thingy back into bad guys. It's always really fun to do that in a Zelda game, and I know some people might think that it's getting a bit repetitive. That it seems like in every 3D Zelda game, some boss is going to do that. But I think that's something in the Zelda series that you just cannot get rid of. Even though Breath of the Wild is going to be changing the conventions of the Zelda series, I just don't think that they're going to get rid of this, because this is something that the Zelda series is well known for. But anyway, something very interesting is that sword on Phantom Ganon's blade, if you translate the hiding text on it, it translates into the names of the blacksmiths from Snowhead Mountain in The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. The interesting thing is that Majora's Mask and the Wind Waker take place on completely different timelines, so it's not known if this is like just some kind of Easter egg, like non-canonical Easter egg. But I still believe that those characters still would have existed in the Wind Waker timeline. It's just that they haven't appeared in an actual game yet. So I don't believe it that that's a non-canonical Easter egg, because even though they haven't appeared in, even though those characters haven't appeared on the Wind Waker timeline, it's still very possible that they could exist in this timeline. So anyway, over here we have some new enemies. Well, we have seen these enemies before, but I just never re-explained them that much. And something that I kind of spoiled earlier in the Let's Play was that we were going to be getting a hammer in power, but now we do have it. This is the Skull Hammer. Easily one of the best items in the game because it's just awesome. And I love fighting these enemies with the Skull Hammer because we can like squish them like that. And if I could do it right. Hopefully we can do it right. Come on. Now we squished 2 of them, but okay, I really want to do this. This is just so funny to look at. Come on. Yeah, we did it! I've always loved that because it's like you're playing baseball with them. It's like Link has like a giant baseball bat and you're like smacking them with it. It's just so funny. It's awesome. It's one of my favorite details in the game. But the purpose of the Skull Hammer is that we can use this to smack down stone things that are blocking our pathway. So, because of this, there is now a treasure chest somewhere in this dungeon that we could not have gotten earlier in the game, I think. Let me look at my map real quick. I could have sworn that there was another treasure chest that we missed. Whatever. I'm gonna go explore the dungeon real quick. Now, going through the second time, it's very easy. It's a lot more simplistic than going through here originally. Mostly due to the fact that what am I trying to say? Mostly due to the fact that you no longer have to sneak around enemies, because when they catch you, they no longer throw you inside of a jail cell. Now they just straight up attack you. Thank God they did not do that when we originally fought those enemies, because we would have been doomed because we didn't have any weapons. But luckily now we do, so now we're gonna attack these guys. They're right here, new enemy, green bokoblin. I think this is a new enemy, I might be wrong, but oh, there was a treasure chest that I missed. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to explore more of this dungeon. But well, actually, there's an entire room that we haven't seen yet. Anyway, yay, compass! We got the compass. I'm surprised that we didn't get that already. So let's equip the deco leaf and jump, fly. These platforms now appear more often. I think they did appear at some point during the first visit. Like I remember them appearing when Link was fighting that one enemy when he got his sword back. I might be wrong about this. I might be crazy, but whatever. Okay, so what do we want to do next? Like, there's a lot of stuff that I want to do, but I'm not entirely sure what order I'm going to do this, because I'm actually doing this without practicing for anything, and... Hey, what happened to the chest that was right there? I moved the box down and everything. Rude. Okay, what's our things I gotta go? I remember now. I didn't practice at all for recording this video, but it's not going to be that big of a problem, because going through here, it's going to be very straightforward compared to some of the other stuff we've been doing throughout this LP. But it's not that. But we'll be able to get through here, hopefully, pretty smoothly. Yeah, there's a treasure chest that we missed. I wonder I couldn't see before there was. What the? Ah! Scary demon eyes! I forgot about that. I forgot that was a thing, and now I'm traumatized for life. Okay, let's do this again. Hopefully, this time without fail. Okay, yeah. If you stand too long in front of that Moblin statue thing, it will look at you with its scary demon eyes, and it will shoot laser beams at you. Yay! Okay, we defeated you. Let's open up the circly orb thingy of circliness. Still surprised you haven't appeared in another Zelda game. That's kind of funny. That's the funny thing about Zelda games is that a lot of the times they have like a really awesome ideas for. They have a lot of awesome ideas that just don't appear again in another game. Like for Majora's Mask, they have more playable characters and. Excuse me. Rude. Like Majora's Mask, they had more playable characters other than Link in this game. you have... Oh, right here, I want to saw something real quick. Now, I'm going to get captured on purpose because there's something here that I'd like to demonstrate. Because even though the enemies will now straight up fight you, you can still go into a jail cell. So, you might be wondering, well, gee, that sounds like fun, because now we're going to have to go through the process of going up there again. Nope, we don't. Because we can pull out the arrow and hit the switch. And this door will stay open, so if you get captured again, you no longer have to go through all the horrible stuff of taking 2 seconds to climb up a thing, opening up a jar, and crawling through the crawl space. Yay, convenience. So as I was trying to say a second ago, the interesting thing about the 3 Zelda games is that a lot of the games introduce some big brand new idea that for some reason or another just doesn't appear in another Zelda game. Like, one thing that I specifically wanted to bring up was Twilight Princess, because what I really loved about that game was the fact that Link could swing a sword while walking, which made cutting down the grass a lot faster, because admit it, any self-respecting Zelda fan out there will openly admit that cutting the grass is one of the most fun things to do in a Zelda game. So being able to run around while cutting down the grass was honestly one of the best parts of Twilight Princess. And that game had a lot of great moments, like Snow Peak, the boss of the City in the Sky. Twilight Princess has a lot of great moments. But I definitely have to say that being able to run around while cutting down grass is one of the best parts of that game. Did we knock over that cup? I thought I saw that cup spin. Nah, it doesn't matter. I'm easily distracted. Just gonna look at my map to see if there's any other treasure chests that we may have missed. It doesn't look like it. Yay! Of course, now that I say that, there's gonna be like some big obvious thing that I'm gonna miss, and people are gonna be yelling at me in the comments like, "Oh my god! Whoa! I didn't know that they bounced around like that when you hit them again. I'm gonna do that again." That's so much fun. Again with the easily distracted thing. I swear I do not have ADHD. Alright, let's continue on our merry way through this little bit dungeon. It's not really that horrible, I really like this place. Although something interesting is that this is like, I think this is the only dungeon in the game that does not have any tingle statues at all, even on the Wii U version, even on the GameCube version. So I find it interesting, I just find that interesting that this is the only dungeon without a tingle statue, because you visit this place twice, and yet neither time you have the ability to get a Tingle statue. But if there's one less part of Tingle that he could have been in this game but he isn't, then that's fine by me. And that was a really great constructed sentence on my part. Yay! I'm the best at constructing sentences. I'm the best at speaking English. Okay, now we can walk up here and run. Except we're not running, we're rolling it. Yeah, we can fight these things again. Let's throw him with a baseball bat. Except we squished him. That's not what you do when you play baseball. I wonder if anybody in baseball has ever actually tried that, like just slam the ball on the ground. And what do I know about sports? And let's see if we can try this, make this work again. Yes! That was awesome! This is one of the best things in the game. I just love that so much. Now we can find one more, I guess. I'm gonna have to collect the reward that you dropped. I'm that cold-blooded. Okay, we can run over here, smack these things into the ground, and continue on our merry way. You know what? Continuing on with the topic I was saying earlier about Zelda games introducing awesome ideas that don't really get carried over into other games. One thing that I hope this isn't the case for is Link Between Worlds, because I love the concept of renting and then buying items throughout the game, because that was what I really enjoyed when I was playing through Link Between Worlds, because I was playing that game recently. Excuse me. I was playing through that... Excuse me! Well, I guess now's a good time to go take out those things again. I'll be back in a minute. Something worth pointing out is that if you run out of magic and you try using the deck leaf, it'll appear all like torn up and as if like the leaf itself had fallen apart. I always liked that little cosmetic detail. It always looked really cool. But anyway, as I was trying to say before that stupid jerk knocked me off the building, was that the item renting system in Link Between Worlds was what I believe one of the best additions to a Zelda game in recent years. And it seems like Breath of the Wild is going to kind of expand upon that, but make it unique in its own way by having you like go out and find the items in the actual world itself. Because most of the items you'd find come from the dungeon itself, and then especially with the case of Twilight Princess, that item would mostly just be used for that dungeon. But with Breath of the Wild, it seems like the entire overworld is going to have items scattered all over it, and those items are going to be useful for solving the puzzles in different ways. It's just going to be really cool, and I'm really looking forward to Breath of the Wild, in case you couldn't tell. The cell won't open that easily. There you go, acting before you think, as usual. I swear, do you even realize that we had to draw that monster bird off for you? It was about to come flying in here after you again. That sword! Where did you get that? Are you? Is it even possible? Well, never mind that about that. For now, we'll just take these girls. I'm sure their fathers back in town will pay a handsome reward for their return. I'm so sorry to interrupt such a heartwarming reunion. But isn't there still something that you need to take care of? If you're worried about your sister, don't be. I promise I'll deliver her safely back to your little island. Normally I'd expect a huge reward for something like this, but this time, it's my trade. Listen, Arrow, your brother still has some things to take care of. Big, important, grown-up things. He'll be back soon, so just you wait nice and quiet until he returns, okay? But, big brother... Miss Tetra, we have to hurry. The bird will be here any second. Gonzo, excellent. You're just in time. Take this one for me. Huh? But C's? C's fine. Just do as you're told.